Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski. We're back on our PokeMMO stream recap, your daily source of news, tips, tricks, information, and this is the what's happening in the PokeMMO community. How are you doing today, fellas? How are you feeling? Hopefully you're enjoying PokeMMO. We have a few things to cover here at the very start of the stream. First things first, number one, look at the forums. What the dude? Okay, the forums has gone dark mode by default. Thankfully, I'm a dark mode user. I don't know how my wife is a light mode user, burns my eyes. I can't believe it, the corneas. But look at this. They changed the PokeMMO forums. I know change is tough, but this is like a good change to me. My eyes need to get used to it and stuff like that, but it seems like a good change to me personally. Come down here, some more visuals. It's a big deal. They haven't changed the PokeMMO forums. The UI is slightly different. It seems more simplified. It seems more like almost Apple style of like very simple and easy to navigate, which is good because forums in general are kind of an archaic medium, right? Not many people use forums for most games or hobbies they do nowadays, right? So excited to see this change. This is the first change we've seen to PokeMMO forums in like, oh man, how long? Like 10, maybe the whole, like, I don't know if they've changed the forums since they've been created. Like it's been that like 12, 13 years. Anyways, there's a massive catch event today I'll be doing on my Iron Man account over here. But look at this. This is the Shuckle catch event. This is happening on the day. So if you're watching the stream recap, I'm sorry, it's too late for you. It's already happened. You could go check to see who won though, but hopefully you'll see today in the stream recap that I've won clearly. 4 p.m. ET, Safari Zone Hoenn. This is why I worked so hard on the Iron Man to get Hoenn unlocked for this event. Shuckle is plus 8 points. Miltank is plus 2. Sunkern and Teddiursa can also be caught. We got some nature bonuses over here. And then we also have, you know, basic rules. More importantly, the shiny prize. The prize is a shiny Shuckle, which is a big deal. This is a rare shiny to just be given away for free from a catch event. That is pretty rare to see and pretty cool to see. And then if you're watching the stream recap, don't worry, I have something for you as well. It's not just past catch events. Upcoming on the 28th of May, so next Wednesday, you have a full week in advance to prepare for this. There's also a Shinx catch event coming up. So a Shinx catch event, 2 EP to fight. That sounds like my wife. Let's go ahead and 1 p.m. ET, Route 204 Sinnoh, Shinx, Starly, Bidoof, nature bonuses Adamant, Modest, and then basic rules for catch events. And then first place prize is a shiny Shinx. A shiny Shinx, 1000 RP, second place 500 RP. I really recommend catch events to almost every type of player. If you're like beginners, intermediate players, veterans, you know, if you're not like veterans, you want to maybe focus on your main goals, but if you want to go do a catch event, it's fun. Catch events are amazing for, number one, breaking the monotony of PokeMMO. It's a grindy game. They allow you to shake things up, number one. Number two, you make Pokeyen pragmatically while doing the catch event, so there's just pragmatic benefits. Number three, you get more involved with the community. Number four, you could make new, I guess kind of with the number three, you could make new friends. This is like, it could be how you find a team to join. There's so many positives and so many beautiful things. You'll see like the same people doing certain catch events. I recommend it. If you want to get involved in the PokeMMO space or just as a solo player, go have fun, make some passive Pokeyen while having your chance at an overarching prize like a shiny or free RP. Check it out. I'll be going to it for sure since RP is one of the most coolest, valuable resources on the Iron Man account. So hopefully we'll see you guys there today and have a good catch event. As always, if you want to support this stream, the number one way to do so by far is by using the HelloFresh link first thing in the description. You get yourself groceries at a good price, shipped straight to your door, save you time on grocery shopping, save you gas. You also get to support me if you've ever wanted to donate to me or support me, Twitch subs, etc. Just if you can afford it, the best way is HelloFresh. When I have these sponsorships, it's so powerful, it's so good. You support me, you get yourself something, which is nice. It's a win-win, right? And then also you get some dope. There's still one other thing. Oh, you support the community, the streamathon. How could I forget? There's something called HelloFresh incentives coming up here. It's a bit off stream, but HelloFresh incentives coming up here at the end of the month on May 31st. I'll be doing a streamathon for X hours, where X is the amount of HelloFresh subs that I have. So right now it'd only be 2 hours. I would probably extend that generously because that wouldn't be a very fun streamathon. Don't worry, I'm not gonna make us do a 2-hour lame stream. I'll extend it for sure, but if you want to make it longer and longer, subbing to HelloFresh, especially do I also open mysterious Pokeballs, and I'll be giving away prize box Pokemon, fun little giveaways for people during that event, and maybe making some Iron Man progress, but we'll have to see how that plays out. But thank you guys again for joining me for another PokeMMO stream recap. Hopefully you find a tip or a trick or something about the game you've never heard of today, as well as just being caught up to date on forum changes and weird stuff you'd have to do so much little itty bitty research into to know everything. We try to compile it all into daily videos. I hope you enjoy. Like the video if you do, and I'll see you guys with more tips and tricks. Dude, yeah, chill. Ivy in chat said, I'm crying. Bro is already getting Unova done. You are really loving this account. I hope it shines through. I'm a passionate person, dude. It's crazy. I hate storyline runs. I hate them. They're like my least favorite thing in all of Pokemon, okay? I like the MMO part more than the Pokemon part. I have done almost 3 storylines in a little over a week, to be fair, I think. When was the account created? I think we can actually see 12. It's the 21st. That's like 7 days. Well, no, it's like 9 days. So like I've done almost 3 storylines in 9 days. For the average Pokemon, that's not that crazy. It's not that crazy. There was someone recently in my comments, they did 4 storylines in 2 days, and I was like, that's heinous. I couldn't bear, I could shiny hunt, I could time swipe horde or shiny hunt for 14 hours a day, no problem. I love it. I love it so much. Can't imagine doing like one storyline a day. Melts my brain. Even that is crazy to me. Usually I think I usually average like 1 storyline every like 3 to 4 days when I'm like playing a challenge account or new account, and I'm crushing that expectation on this account. Or I'm not I guess 1 every 3. So we're doing pretty good. Now let's go ahead and go see if we have a sneaky synchronized Pokemon here for the catch event. Okay, I actually do want to rant about this. I'm not gonna lie. I hope someone does a write-up. I think it's this important. Randoms PvP. Look at my win rate. I know that I'm a shiny hunter, and I know people don't view me as that good at PvP, and I'm not that good at PvP, but I'm usually sufficient, and I usually hold my own, okay? I did get the Hitmontop, yes, spoiler alert, but the more important thing is the win rate. 39 and 40. This is terrible. This is atrocious. I can't believe it took me 79 wins. And maybe I'm just salty because it was a bad season for me. I really do vehemently think that this random season is the worst season of randoms PvP I've seen in 15 seasons. I actually want to hop over to my main account just to show you guys. So I'm not talking out of my ass. You guys see some qualifications. I'm no master of randoms PvP, but I usually do okay. I usually do pretty decent. Here on the main account, we can see in this exact same season, I've gone 19 and 7. Season 19, didn't play much 101. 35 and 19, 64% win rate. Season 17, 11 and 5, small sample size. 20 and 7, 4 and 1, 11 and 8, 2 and 2, 4 and 2, 40 and 22. I usually average about a 65% win rate. I think that's about what I average these days. Season 8, 62% win rate, 38 and 23. Season 7, I played a ton, 68 and 49, 58% win rate. Season 6, 6 and 4. Season 5, the last time, for reference, the last time I went negative in a randoms PvP season was season 5. That's the last time I went negative in a season, to give you an idea of how I feel about this randoms PvP season. I feel like this season has the most stally sets I've ever seen. I was in a game the other day where my opponent had a Noctowl with Roost. Really simple. Wow, a Noctowl. What a weak Pokemon. Unironically, I kid you not, I did not have a single Pokemon on my entire team that could hit the Noctowl for above 51% damage. So I just couldn't position myself in a way. I didn't have any setup, no Swords Dance, no Nasty Plot, nothing. I had no way to raise my damage. I had no way to break this Noctowl. All 6 of my Pokemon were still alive. I just couldn't beat this Noctowl, and I was trying to PP stall him down to obviously get rid of the Roost. Couldn't do that either. He hit my entire team for super effective with flying. Like, this season has been the most poor balanced I've ever seen in randoms PvP. I've never seen a season more aimed towards stall, more beneficial to toxic stall, to spam Roost, to spam recovers. I've never seen a season with more RNG. Every single game that I win feels bad. Every single game that I win, it's, oh, I hit a Hurricane at 70% accuracy, hit the confusion. Okay, like I froze my opponent 3 times. Like, every time I win feels like shit, and then every time I lose feels like shit. I don't usually feel this way. I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy. I like to be critical. And I think people are noticing it. I know Spidget, and then I think I don't know if I can name names. Spidget, there's two PokeMMO creators that I'm aware of who are interested in writing up a write-up to the staff and the devs, and I really hope they do, because I think it's really, really needed. There's been people who have been complaining about and critiquing randoms PvP for a very long time, and I was the hopium. I thought randoms was pretty good for the past while. This was the first season in a really long time where I was like, these sets seem terrible. Like, the sets have always been memey. You'll always run into like Swords Dance, Seed Bomb, Waterfall, Ludicolo, but at least that's like coherent, right? A Ludicolo, like, obviously not a physical attacker, but like you can kind of make it like Eviolite, Nasty Plot, Giga Drain, Heatwave, Golbat. At least that's a coherent set. I don't mind those. But this season, I'm seeing things like Wish Protect Absol with Will-O-Wisp and Night Slash, and then Leftovers as the item. This Pokemon can't do anything coherently. You're giving me a stall-ish Absol? But that makes no sense. The Pokemon's base stats and typing aren't meant to be... He can't do that job. In the same way I've seen, like, Cacturns, right? Cacturns with, like, Leech Seed, Sub, Protect... And then, like, with, like, Giga Drain or like Sucker Punch is their one move. And it's like, Cacturn's base stats, for those who don't know, this Pokemon can't do this. His whole thing is that he's slow and frail. His only benefit is his high mixed attacks, right? So they're giving you Pokemon more than ever in randoms that are just unusable. I'm cool with wacky sets. I like special attacking Golbat, physical attacking Dragon Dance Kingdra. I think that's fun because you would never really normally use those sets in PvP. They're not quite good enough. They're suboptimal, but they can work in randoms in my opinion. Stall Cacturn can't work. I'm sorry. It gets outsped, but it doesn't work. Absol doesn't work, right? Like, you can't... They're giving you sets that the Pokemon's base stats make it so they literally cannot operate in that way. I've never seen a worse balanced random season. I've been really disappointed. I've been a big randoms believer, and I really love randoms PvP, and I usually recommend randoms PvP to beginners all the time. I think it's usually a great way to get into PvP. You don't have to, for those who don't know, you don't have to have a team. In randoms PvP, the game provides you a semi-random with like sets of Pokemon and teams, etc. And you fight against each other. You don't need to provide, a PvP team, which is really good to get beginners into it. Yes, we saw a stall Dragonite that just totally walled my entire team. We saw a Dragonite that was Roost, Thunderwave, Sub, and then it was some final move. It was a nightmare. That's the other thing, is like there's more sets than ever that they're not broken, but they're not fun. Dragon Tail was the fourth move. Jesus. I've seen less not fun PvP sets in randoms than ever. In my opinion, Shedinja and Wobbuffet shouldn't be in randoms PvP. These are uncompetitive Pokemon. They've been banned to Ubers in the past for the sake of being uncompetitive. In randoms PvP, when you don't know your opponent's team, when you don't know that team preview, when you can't see or play around, maybe even Dugtrio too. Like, Dugtrio's been banned a million times out of OU for uncompetitiveness. Why are these things allowed in randoms? It makes no sense. I think the trio, Wobbuffet, Shedinja should be banned from randoms. I think they're unskill based. I think they're unfun. I think they create bad play patterns and little in-game mini chess matches just around those dumb Pokemon. There's a lot of things like that. Randoms needs to be overhauled in a ton of ways. It could be so good. I know Spidget loves randoms. Really, if you don't know Spidget, an amazing PvP Pokemon creator. He loves randoms Pokemon PvP. He's really good at it with Showdown and historically like knows a lot about it. He really doesn't like it in PokeMMO. And I like it in PokeMMO, but it's not this season. Not this season. I think it's gotten a lot worse. And more, sorry, this is a long rant, but it's really important. It's really passionate to, hopefully voice up for a part of the game that I think really needs to be fixed. Like, I think hot fixed. Not like, oh, it should be fixed next update. Like this is like a really big problem. Like, I think randoms PvP is in a really bad spot and it's not enjoyable. The other thing is just the speed. I've noticed more than ever with randoms typing distribution, you do your best. You shouldn't see like 3 fire types on one randoms team, and they do a pretty good job at that. They do a decent job. Worse than ever this season is speed tiers. If you know Pokemon PvP, you understand that one of the most important fundamental things is speed tiers. Excuse me. you want to have a mix of good speed tier Pokemon. You want to have, on a randoms team, you want to have like a 212 speed, a 180, a 150, a 120, and you know, you want to be able to play around different speed tiers and bring in different Pokemon with different advantages and different negatives against different teams. I have had it so many times this random season where my entire team is like my fastest Pokemon is like Ludicolo at 152 speed and everything is slower and there's no trick room. Like, what are we, how is it possible to distribute a team with 152 speed and below? If your opponent outspeeds you and gets the type matchups, you just lose. You just get fucked. It's really, 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 really bad. I had to work really hard this season to go for that Hitmontop. It was the hardest I ever had to work for a PvP reward Pokemon, and I've earned many PvP reward Pokemon in the past. This was the most painful. Every other PvP reward Pokemon I've earned in the past, I've enjoyed it, and it was worth it. I could not wait to get Hitmontop over, so I didn't have to play PvP. It was that bad. I really vehemently did not enjoy this season of randoms PvP, and it makes me sad to say because I've really enjoyed it in the past. So speed tiers have got to be fixed. It's really bad. We need more, like, type matchups have been really bad. I linked Spidget a screenshot yesterday of my opponent leading with a Wheezing, and my whole 6 just lost to it. There was just nothing I could do. I've noticed more for a long time. It's randoms PvP. There's going to be RNG, like more so than normal Pokemon. That's going to happen, right? It's going to happen. That's normal, right? But it's been more severe recently than ever. Let me show you this screenshot, for example, and we'll after this we'll end this rant here in a quick sec. But this is Wheezing versus look at this team that I have. This Wheezing alone beats my entire team, okay? He is Wheezing into Cricketune, so it's number one, it's a defensive wall against 5 physically attacking Pokemon, and then my one special attacking Pokemon is the most notoriously weakest one in randoms, the Wormadam grass bug one, that just gets fucked by, it dies to Sludge Bomb. It gets one shot. This Wheezing quite literally countered this entire team. My only out was that I had my Absol had Zen Headbutt. So I positioned myself in a way to bring in my Absol as safely as possible. I went for the Zen, it was Scarf Absol. I went for the Zen Headbutt. I did 45% damage and then proceeded to lose. Like, it was, I could not beat this Wheezing. My entire team just got 6-0'd by the lead Pokemon. That should not be happening, and it should not be happening as often as it is. If someone were to set up 2 Dragon Dances on a Gyarados and sweep, that sucks. That's randoms. That sucked. Maybe you could have positioned better, you know, whatever. When you are literally losing to an unstat boosted lead Pokemon, it's so Jover. It's so fucking Jover. That shouldn't be happening. Yeah. So this season, sorry for the long negative rant. This season of randoms PvP was quite literally hell. I thought it was really, really unfun. I really didn't enjoy it. I thought it was really bad, really unbalanced. And we still did it. Still got a reward. But I'm hoping things get fixed. There's so many easy fixes and things for the future. It just takes time, which I know is hard for the devs. It's easy to have a million good ideas for a game. The harder thing is actually pragmatically implementing it. So I do feel for the devs on that. You only have so much time in your work week to make so many changes, bug fixes, etc. I'm not trying to shit on the devs. I'm just expressing my frustration as a player. This season of random PvP sucked. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if it's in my head, if I'm crazy, if you loved this season, you thought this season was the most balanced it ever has been. Like, this is just my anecdotal experience, not an objective reality, just my subjective personal opinion. So please please feel free to politely share your own. Don't say, oh, you're crazy. Like, don't discredit my own experiences and say they're not real or something like that, but share your own as well. Let's get a fuller picture together. That's always important. Thanks for listening. Yeah, it's a great question. Someone said, do they move the starting time around a lot for catch events? They do, because there's the game. Pokemon is such an international game. They want to try to get everybody as possible to get involved in as many catch events as possible. So one of the ways they do that is, I'm a little distracted, is definitely just trying to get it at different time zones. You know, people complain. It's funny. People complain all the time. Oh, like, they only host catch events at one time. And if you go over not really. Like, if you go over the different catch events, like, not really. They try their best. It's really hard when the game is so international and you have so many different people from so many different parts of the beautiful earth, you know, trying to join. It's just difficult. It's just tough to, not every event is feasible to go to for every person, and that's just the reality of it, and that sucks, but it's the only way to really appeal to everybody. I think the devs do a really good job, in my opinion, of but maybe I'm biased as I'm EST, right? I think they do a pretty darn good job of trying to get as many catch events out for as many different time zones as possible. Like today, this one's at 4 p.m. for me, which is really, that's a good time for me. I mean, if you think about it, like anywhere from like, I've woken up at like 6 to 8 a.m. for catch events, which is like kind of early for me personally, but maybe not that crazy for a certain type of person. I've done catch events at 11 p.m. I've done catch events at 6 a.m. I'd say a lot of them happen at like noon to 4 p.m. for me for sure, or 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So they're kind of all over. This is a great question, Brewski. Do you think the RP from official catch events also has even more practical value since it will be the only way to acquire PC expansion slots? I've thought about that. Since with your Iron Man account, your Pokemon are a bit more valuable over the long term, yes. It's gonna hurt. That might be one of the most difficult parts of the account, is actually trying to win enough catch events or maybe PvP tournaments one day to win enough free RP to go for PC expansion drives. My limited PC space, and they're expensive, 800 RP a piece. I kind of wish these were 500. These are expensive, man. For reference, to fully fill out, you get 20 of them, right? To fully fill out your PC, like my main account, it's 16,000 RP. I'd have to win 16 catch events to get that, or I guess, yeah, 16. That's insane. That's, for reference, that's $160 to max out your PC. That's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of US dollars. That's kind of fucking crazy if you ask me. If I'm doing that, if I'm mathing that correctly. Wait, am I wrong? Is that just $16? No. I'm right. It's 160. Yeah. Yeah. Because 1,000 RP is 10 bucks. Yeah, that's a lot of money, man. 160 US dollars to max out your PC in PokeMMO. That's a pretty hefty microtransaction that I'm not a fan of. I would love to see, so I would love to see it lowered. Obviously, why would they do that? Because people buy them, it's, you know, pays for the servers. But bots expansion, I think most things in the gift shop are fairly priced. Devs gotta make money too. I agree with you. I love the game. I want them to make money. I want them to make a living. I want them to make a comfortable living. They're geniuses, in my opinion, in terms of game design. I think the one thing, if you were to lower the price, I think it probably should be expansion drives. I think 800 is a lot. If you need to up something else for that, they do 2,000 RP Vanities now instead of 1K almost every event season. I think that's fine. Like, if you want to make Vanities expensive, if people want to pay for them, sure, you know. But things like the pragmatic things should be the cheaper ones, you know. Honestly, weirdly, right? So I would love to see them lower that, but I don't. Why would they? You know, and that's a huge cut as well. 800 to 500 is like a huge. What's that? Like 40%? It's a huge cut. No, it's over 50, right? It's like a 60% price reduction. So I don't know. I'm terrible at math, but I don't expect it. But yeah, that'll be a crazy thing to think about on the Iron Man. Like you said, Pokemon are more valuable on a main account. If you catch a good IV Pokemon, a good breeder, right? You can just sell it and buy it back later, right? On an Iron Man account, if you catch a good breeder, you got to keep it, man. You got to hang on to it, or you got to use it or something like that, right? Like you're going to need those down the road. So I'm definitely going to reach a point where I'm going to have to just stock up on, if I have like a box of 1x31s, I can imagine the future where I have days where I just spend the time to consolate those 1x31s like into 5x31s and just breed them all together. And I'm gonna need a lot of Pokeyen to maintain box space. Pokeyen is definitely one of the biggest problems on the account right now. It's one of the things that I have to solve the most. But it's probably gonna be a long solve, and that'll make it what makes it an interesting, difficult challenge, right? The Pokeyen problem is gonna be a massive arc on the Iron Man. Okay, it's time for the Movietrouski takes, and I promise you, these might literally be 4 movies you've never seen on screen or talked about in the same setting, which is very funny to me, okay? Over the past day or two, I think 2 days, I've watched Annihilation, Eraserhead, Trainspotting, and Cars 1. Now, I rewatched Cars 1, but I hadn't seen it in a super long time, so it was basically a fresh watch to some extent. We'll go in the order I watched them in. So I watched Annihilation first. This is with Natalie Portman. This is a really whimsical, I would argue overly whimsical and over-exploratory film. They don't really drive home any one lesson or moral, but it's a really beautiful movie. I recommend. This is all spoiler-free, by the way, for the most part. I'll spoiler warning if I need to. Annihilation was like a 2017, 2019 Natalie Portman sci-fi movie about them finding this thing called the Shimmer and adventuring into it. And it's about this world that doesn't, it's a very, like, my wife's a bio major. If you are into biology or science, you'll understand it a lot more and appreciate a lot more about they kind of talk about the diversion of cells. And in my opinion, how I took this movie as a, what's the word, as a sort of explanation for the creation of life, and sort of like how, as obviously it was like the Big Bang or whatever, but nobody really knows like what happened before the Big Bang. I don't know enough about science or history, so please don't crucify me, but it's an interesting movie if you appreciate stuff like that. I thought it was really cool. The score is amazing. The score is beautiful. One of the, like, it's really, really good. There's a song that plays in one of the big finales that, like, you'll notice immediately. You hear it everywhere. One of those types of scores. And one of the unfortunate negatives, Natalie Portman actually just like out-acts everybody. That's like one of the negatives. She's so good that she like out-acts everybody in this movie, which is crazy when she was in the Star Wars prequels, KW. But it's really, really impressive. It's a cool movie. I think it's super worth watching for everybody. It's like a 4 to 5 somewhere. I give it a 4. Eraserhead. So to give you context, yesterday I took a mental health day. Okay, I had a really bad nightmare. I've had historical problems with nightmares and mental health stuff, whatever. Took a mental health day, and on my mental health day break from stream, I rage queued randoms PvP on the Iron Man account PokeMMO, and I watched Eraserhead at like 8 a.m. and then I watched Train Spotting at like 2 p.m. to give you an idea of where my head was at. Eraserhead, I don't get it. I could not rate it. It's a movie all about anxiety and all about, it's a 1977 David Lynch film, who's like a very loved, very like genuinely disturbed seeming, he's probably a nice guy, but like the movies he makes are generally seen as disturbed. He made, I think his most popular is Mulholland Drive. I don't know how to pronounce it. Mulholland Drive or whatever. Mulholland Drive. Supposed to be really good. I haven't seen it. Eraserhead is a lot about anxiety about becoming a father or fatherhood, and just general anxiety with a partner and her parents and parents-in-laws and mother-in-laws, you know, yada yada. It's a weird movie. It's constantly described as like uncanny and just creepy and weird and just weird. It's almost a silent movie. There's like very little dialogue. Yeah, he also is known for Twin Peaks. Yeah, that's one. Blue Velvet, I think, is one of his other ones. I don't know if I didn't rate it. I did not give it a score. I did the same thing for Infinity War, hilariously. A lot of people got mad about that. If I don't feel like I can adequately judge a film, I just don't I'd rather not rate it than give it an inadequate or unfair rating. I did the same thing with the Royal Tenenbaums. I don't understand it. Eraserhead, I'm just not smart enough for this shit, bro. I don't know. I didn't get Eraserhead. Now, Infinity War, I didn't rate because I got everything was spoiled, and I did a whole explanation for that previously, but I couldn't rate Infinity War because everything was spoiled to me. It was the most spoiled movie of all time, and I didn't get any of the twists and turns, and I feel like that ruined the movie for me. Anyways, Train Spotting, the best Scottish movie. It's really the only, no, I'm just kidding, but Train Spotting is really good. I gave it a 4. I went back and forth on a 4 to 4.5 for Train Spotting. Same with Annihilation. I went back and forth between a 4 and a 4.5 for both of these movies. Ended up going 4 on both of them. I really liked Train Spotting. I can't believe that it's fucking not Ethan Hawke. It's Ewan McGregor. It's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi is the main guy in Train Spotting. I didn't realize until I was like, because he looks so and sounds even so different. I didn't realize it was him until like 60 or 70% of the movie. The acting in Train Spotting is really good. The like local, I can't imagine being Scottish and watching this movie. Even to me as a dumb American, it feels very locally like inspired and encouraged, and like Train Spotting was really good. It's a really sad, like tragic tale about like drug abuse and addiction, but it's really real and it's really human and it's really good. Yeah, what I used to rate these, this is called Letterbox. It's just a lot of young pretentious zoomers use it to be like, actually, you know, I just like movies. I don't know anything about movies. I'm not trying to be that pretentious guy. I just like movies and watch a lot of movies. That's kind of where I'm at. It's called Letterbox. It's just a cool place to log your movies and rate your movies. You can do it in a cool way. Train Spotting, really good. I think Train Spotting is a must watch. I think Train Spotting is a great movie. Cars 1, but it's sad, so make sure you're like in the headspace. Cars, but it's not as sad as I expected. It was a little more, which was nice. You know, Cars 1, I watched. It's a solid 3.5 movie. It's no Finding Nemo. It's no Toy Story 1. It's no 5 out of 5, which are cold takes, right? But Cars is good, man. One of my favorite reviews for Cars 1 is someone gave it 5 stars and said, I literally cried when Guido changed his tires. If you don't know, Guido is like that little like like what's it called? Ah, fuck, the meme was, oh, I have my license to drive this warehouse vehicle. Why can't I think of it? Forklift. He's like the little forklift that could. Yeah. And all the other like bigwig, like full time pit crews are like, look at this little like nerd. There's no way he's gonna change Lightning McQueen's tires. It's like, and like changes that. We're like, whoa, like it's a funny scene. That was the best scene of the movie, true and real. I was a forklift driver for 12 years, so you understand. There you go. You relate to Cars. Cars is very good. If someone gave Cars a 5 out of 5, I'd understand. I would get it, you know? For me, it's like a very 3.5. It's very good. It's very wholesome. It's very cute. There's not much to say about Cars. It's Cars. It was solid. These have been my Movietrouski takes. Feel free to disagree. These are just my opinions, my thoughts, my, you know, memes. I'm just trying to watch more movies every single day, learn a little bit more, but never really become the pretentious moviegoer that so many people unfortunately become. So we're trying to experience something without delving too deep. Hopefully you enjoyed today's Movietrouski takes. Dude, someone was asking what my favorite discontinued food item is. Yo, Foodtrouski take of the day on top of the Movietrouski take we're gaming. Who remembers Vault soda? This shit was like Mountain Dew plus Monster combined. This was like a soda with like 80 milligrams of caffeine. For reference, that's as much as a Red Bull has without like the taurine and the B12 and stuff, so it's not as, you know, but this was like upgraded heinous Mountain Dew. I loved it. I loved Vault soda as a kid. Oh my god, this was discontinued. I don't know why, probably for, I don't know, but it's this shit was bomb. It's not just Mountain Dew. It's like Mountain Dew upgraded, in my personal opinion. Mountain Dew R-rated. Okay, this was good stuff. Bring back Vault, man. I need to see if I can buy Vault still on eBay or something. And here it is, fellas. Some of the beautiful visuals that Unova can provide. Probably like it's like tied for my favorite, if not a very close second favorite region in all of Pokemon, dude. All right, but it is time to begin the Shuckle catch event. For those who don't know, you do have to have the Hoenn storyline actually completed to go access the location within the... I need a Pokeblock case. my mistake. I need a Pokeblock case first, of course. All right, there we go. Now I have a Pokeblock case. You just gotta go talk to this NPC right inside the Lily Cove contest hall. So I'm gonna be about 1 minute late, I think, possibly now. Let's jolt over there as quick as possible and show you guys the strat/route that I'll be doing. I have farmed a lot of Shuckles in my past. People were asking me how to reset the rocks. I'll show you my personal strategy once we're there. All right, first things first, you want to, of course, enter the Safari Zone. Let's go ahead and jump inside. I'm going to put my synchronized Pokemon in the lead since there's literally no downside using a synchronized Pokemon in here. I'd like to go prep a Shuckle. You want to head up to the north and then over east is how you get to Shuckle. For those doing the event live with me, head over to the east. You have to have the region done to do that. Make sure you have a Rock Smash Pokemon as well. I think I do. I believe I do. I better. Oh my goodness, I don't. Okay. We're going to teach Rock Smash to a Pokemon. Rock Smash over here. Oh, this is awkward. Over Strength. Sure. No, I can't. Oh my goodness. I am making my own. I should have brought one. Okay. Over. Ooh, this is bad. On Parasect, maybe? Over Leech Life? That's not good, but sure. Okay. We'll do that. Head over here. People are already here. You want to Rock Smash these rocks? The catch event has officially begun, by the way. And then after Rock Smashing these rocks, you want to run down south and run back and forth in the grass once you hop over the ledge. I'm going to rock each of these. It's going to make it decently likely for the Shuckle to run, but it will increase the rate, the pace of the fights, and just getting rolls, getting those dice rolls towards good IV Mons is really important. Let's go. We have Relaxed Nature Synchronized. Here's our first. It is relaxed, so we did actually get a nice little synchronized prod, but that's okay. Basically, what you want to do, Rock Smash all these rocks. Hop down, run back and forth down here for a little. I can grab this Pokeball really quick. And then you want to set a timer for 5 minutes. This is the most efficient way to hunt for Shuckle. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Run all the way south down to the waterfall area in the Safari Zone. I'll show you when I do it. And then run back up. And then the rocks should respawn. But you have to wait 5 minutes plus refresh the zone nowadays. We'll just run back and forth here until we're ready for that. I think we need some proper hype music for this. Like Shiny Shuckle. So not only do I have a chance to encounter Shiny Shuckle randomly while running back and forth, I also have a chance to win the Shiny Shuckle prize on the catch event, in the catch event itself, getting my Iron Man account 1000 RP. Okay? The reason why Shuckle is so important and so relevant, obviously it's my favorite Pokemon, my favorite shiny, but not only is it my favorite Pokemon and my favorite shiny, it's also what launched me into my career. I would not be here. I would not be doing PokeMMO Guides. I would not be doing PokeMMO content if it wasn't for the fact that I randomly, wildly encountered a shiny Shuckle in the Safari Zone at 106 encounters while streaming RuneScape. I was streaming RuneScape while catching Shuckles on Pokemon on the side. This was back when I was a RuneScape streamer mostly. And I just so happened to have this amazing moment on stream when I wasn't streaming very many hours at the time. And I posted that clip to the PokeMMO forums, and that clip got more views than any RuneScape YouTube video I'd ever posted. I was doing fine with RuneScape streaming. I was dying, and I could not compete with RuneScape YouTube. They're too talented. And that shiny Shuckle encouraged me to make the switch from RuneScape to PokeMMO in terms of YouTube content. And that was back when I had 100 subs on YouTube. And look at me now. It's insane, man. It's crazy. So shiny Shuckle, not only is it my favorite Pokemon, but it means a lot to me in terms of what it's done for me. So if I could it was a truly stars aligned moment. If the stars could align twice, you couldn't write a crazier story. You couldn't, like, it would actually, I actually feel like people would think there's like dev involvement if I win this event. Like, it would be so poetic. It would be it would be insane. We're gonna roll the dice, see what happens. Okay, that's a weird one. You can do the logout strat. Wow. You can do the logout strat after 5 minutes to reset the rocks, but you get hit with a 60-second delay. And I don't know if that's worth it. I don't think it actually is. So I actually can't get rock smash encounters for 60 seconds right now. Look at this lineup of all the staff, by the way. That's pretty crazy. So that's an interesting choice to make when you're doing rock smash encountering. Is it worth that 60-second forced, not be able to make actions? I don't think it is, honestly. And I didn't time it, so I don't know. 1, 2, 3. I don't know when exactly that'll be over. 40. It's gonna be over in like 5 seconds, I think. Change channels also reset the rocks. Okay, that might be the strat if that works. I think the rocks should be reset. I should be good now. No encounter, but we're good. Okay. It's pretty interesting how many different strategies. There's always so many different strategies you can employ during a catch event. And there's nobody really knows the most mathematically perfect answer. All right, I think these are my very last Shuckle encounters. There's only about 5 minutes or so left in the event, so here's my last chance, fellas. Let's see how it goes. My last few major catches. All right, there's about 30 seconds left in the event. It's very likely this is my last catch. Not fleeing. It stayed for this is the third ball. If this catch happens to be amazing, that would be pretty crazy. There's 15 seconds left as of now. Maybe. I don't think I can do one more encounter. This is the last catch. This is the last. There's 10 seconds. This is the last catch for sure. It's 31 speed. I'll take it as a breeder, but the stars did not align today. That's okay. They've already aligned once for me. I don't need to have them align twice. That's totally understandable. GG's and good luck to all of those in the Shuckle catch event. I'm actually going to stay here for a little bit to try to catch like Pineco, maybe Miltank, try to get a few of my Pokedex things logged since we're here anyway. Probably go back out to, I'm going to go submit my 156 Sunkern. My best catch was a 156, which is like decent. I don't think it's going to win or place at all, but I do think it is worth submitting just in the off chance that enough people don't submit thinking they won't win, and then so it's worth doing. So we're gonna do that here in a quick second. The Aben bag, how do you do this? I know that there's some way. What's the bug? Fuck, this is a good meme. I always forget about this. How do you do this, Aben bag? I need to remember, there's some glitch. There's some meme you can do to get back here. And I see players do it. It's easy, man. How? I want to do this witchcraft, bro. This is so good. This is let the man work. Oh, he's one of the Safari Zone employees. Okay. Here's my damn, that's god damn it, Aben bag. I want to know, dude. All right, this is my best catch from the event though. It's pretty good. It's a 153 plus 3 for the nature. So it's a 156 total score. I'm gonna go ahead and name it that actually. Probably not enough to rank. Like maybe a loose third place if people don't submit or something, but I don't see this winning anything, but I think it's still worth submitting just in a fluke. So we're going to submit that, wait a few more minutes for results to be announced, and see you guys with the final winners. And I'll congratulate those who do get the win. This is actually a really interesting question. Someone said, I feel like years ago, items that were 100 mil plus were a lot more expensive, but I've lowered a lot over the past year. Is the only reason because of lack of demand or what changed? So I talked about this a while ago when the Flaming Demon Skull came out, because something that is really interesting that I never expected to see in the PokeMMO space is the sprite work. The artwork in PokeMMO has improved so much that it actually like skill dapped old rare vanities. So there's this vanity, the blue flaming skull, right? For years, this was like a 2 to 5 billion Pokeyen vanity. It was worth so much Pokeyen that it wasn't sold on the GTL because it was worth more yen than the GTL max cash stack, or than the cash stack, right? The cash stack limit. However, the blue flaming demon skull came out, and arguably this is just cooler. It's just a better version of this in a lot of ways visually. This is still like collector's item because these are so fucking rare, but it kind of power crept it in terms of their artwork, and their sprite work has gotten so much better that that's a really weird thing. Like the fire is like 2 different shades of blue here, where this fire is like how many different shades of blue? Like 4 to 5 or 6. Like, it's crazy, man. It's not talked about very much, but these super old rare items that people used to buy as investments have kind of taken a hit over the past little bit of time. But these are such niche, such expensive items that it's just so unbelievably niche. And then certain things, a lot of vanities have gone up over the past 6 months. Things like, how's the coiled snake doing, by the way? I haven't checked it. It's around the same. It's around the same price it was during the event. So that makes sense. But things like the Unity Cape is always talked about. People were like, oh my god, the Unity Cape is 20 mil. Holy shit. A few months later, holy shit, the Unity Cape is 40 mil. Now, holy shit, the cheapest green Unity Cape is 80 mil. Like, there's certain vanities that have just gone up and up and up, and certain older ones that have actually gone down a little bit. So it really depends. Holly Hair Clip has stayed around 80 mil or so. It was 20 mil a while back, but now it's up to 80 mil again. Or I think it's been 80 for a bit. Vampire Fangs was one that was on par with Holly Hair Clip and was 80 mil for a while, slash like maybe like 50 mil, and then it's kind of gone down to like 25, 28. I bought mine for 25 or 23 mil. I love my Vampire Fangs. Well, not on my main account, obviously, but on my Irons. They're on my main account. But there's certain things like that. It really depends on the specific item. It depends on the specific thing. It's a great question. It is some really niche stuff, but it's interesting conversation. All right, they are back with the results. 4th place announced, 23. That was someone in chat, wasn't it? Someone in chat had a 23. If you're in chat, Tobias, I think the name, congratulations, dude. I think that was someone in my chat. Someone had a 23 in here. And I was like, that's a really good chance of winning. Congratulations, dude. I did it. Oh, Mateo, fucking congrats, dude. Hell yeah, dude. 23, dude. Nice, really nice 4th place score. Very, very low score. We have a tie. Wait, who was 3rd place? Did I miss 3rd place? We have a tie for 2nd place. Yo, what's up, Sandra? Happy to hear it. Is this 3rd place? 2nd place? How does that work? Or is it a tie for 171 is the tie score? Holy, that's the tie? What was this event? If you see Wiki, it's me. That's someone in chat. You got a 171 and tie, not 3rd? You got robbed. That's fucking criminal. A 3rd place 171 is insane. What the fuck? For reference, the average like winning catch event score is like a 172. That's like 171 is like a pretty normal 1st place score. 2nd place, Gamble 4. Okay, bro has Gamble in his name. He caught it 1 minute into the event. Imagine being this guy. Gamble in the name, caught a 171 a minute and a half into the catch event. 175 1st place. Andre Hawk, congratulations. 175 is crazy. That is a crazy. Oof. That's bullshit, man. I should have won. Okay, this guy's mad. Andre Hawk Tua. Okay, leave it to global chat. That's fucking cool, man. GG's. GG's. Prize will be sent in a few days. I think a lot of people just showed up. I think that was a really, really popular. It turns out if you give away a rare shiny, if you build it, they will come. Alrighty though, fellas, I feel like that's gonna be the spot where I go ahead and call it for today. A really successful day, some really good Iron Man progress, and we did a catch event, so we answered some cool questions, cool discussion. We complained a lot about randoms PvP, which people love, obviously. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like the video if you did, dislike if you didn't. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos every single day. I stream Monday through Friday or Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. on Twitch. I'm butchering this outro. I had to do like 3 different takes. I don't know. I'm just out of it today for some reason. I stream Monday through Thursday on Twitch at 12 p.m. ET. Chats distract me by spamming messages deleted. Discord's down below if you're interested in that. I want to go above and beyond and support the channel. If you want to, PayPal/Venmo donations, and HelloFresh. Really, HelloFresh is the best way to support if you can afford it. You want to take care of some of your groceries. You want to support the stream, support the content in every way, and also get yourself something in return, which I love about HelloFresh. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. Good luck on your shuns. Good luck in catch events. Good luck in randoms PvP. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace, Areno. Yo, Patrouski here, and I wanted to thank you personally for watching the video until the very end. I really, really appreciate that. And if your name is on this list, thank you to the moon and back, because you allow me to even make these videos by supporting the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.